Unacademy. Let's crack it.
So have you heard of a term called emotional intelligence?
Yes, sir.
It was, when did this term actually, when did this subject become popular? How many years ago?
So I know because I have studied ethics in my mains examination. So in that I studied emotional intelligence.
So this came about somewhere in mid-90s.
Right, sir.
So I never studied as a student. Nobody ever taught me this. So what is emotional intelligence? How is it important for a civil servant?
So emotional intelligence is when you understand the emotions of the other as well as yourself and then tackle it through your emotional and intelligence means. And sir, it is very important for the administrator to have emotional intelligence, to have a balanced environment. And sir, number one that there are many crisis situations which occur in a bureaucrat's life. So we need to tackle it with a positive attitude, and also we have to be motivators for other people. And also we cannot give a knee-jerk reaction. So we have to analyze the situation, we have to understand the emotions of the people, and then we have to act accordingly. So
Right, there is two parts of brain which are related to emotional intelligence, and since you're a doctor, you may have heard of it. There is some part of the brain which is responsible for, which makes you react, emotionally, and there is a part of the brain which helps you to react rationally. Which are these two parts of the brain, and how does this really function? That why a person responds impulsively more often than he responds rationally. It has got something to do with the makeup of the brain.
So as far as I can remember now, there are parts like amygdala and hippocampus which are related with the memory part and the emotional part. And sir, I'm not aware of the
Okay, it's very
part.
interesting.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Now, there was some study which said that India's global hunger index, India was at 105 out of about 107 or so, out of some 130, 140 countries.
Yes, sir.
So we, did not accept that study, and we said that we provide free rations to, or subsidized rations combination to 80 crore people. Now that's good to justify that people are not hungry, but is it a matter of pride? Or is it a cause for worry? We are talking of big things, G20, we're talking of COP27, we're talking of, the whole world is a family, we're talking of South Asia, all that.
Yes, sir.
80 crore people have to be given subsidized rations. Please disagree with me if I say it is a major cause of concern as a nation. Or if you agree, support me. If you disagree, counter those arguments.
Sir, I feel that it is a cause of concern that we are giving food to 80 crore of the people. But sir, I think it is a welfare measure and we have to do it. But regarding the hunger problem, sir, I feel more problem is regarding the micronutrients deficiency, which is the hidden hunger, as well as the malnutrition problem, rather than the overall hunger problem, because people are getting food, but the main problem is regarding the nutrition. So for that, India has now given the program of fortified food, where fortified rice is being distributed by the public distribution system and the midday meals. And so we are diversifying the diets like inclusion of millets, and we are celebrating that year as well. So it will definitely be better in the future, and we will tackle the problems of malnutrition, hidden hunger in the future.
So once you become a bureaucrat and you're a doctor, please remember, if you teach a man to catch a fish, if you give man a fish today, he'll be hungry tomorrow. If you teach him how to catch a fish, he'll never go hungry.
Yes,
so
sir.
This 80 crore, you can keep giving them ration. It doesn't improve things. Right? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Serotonin versus dopamine. And there is a term called dopamine addiction. Social media addiction is in that category. How to wean away people from this dopamine addiction? Your brief comment on what these two chemicals are and what they do.
Yes, sir. Sir, serotonin is the happy hormone of the body and which keeps our positive emotions in our body. And sir, dopamine is also responsible for elevating the moods, but excessive levels of dopamine can make a person hallucinogenic. So there are in psychotic problems, there is increased of dopamine in the body.
Pleasure seeking.
Yes, sir. So, and sir, regarding the dopamine addiction, because people get addicted to the pleasures, so there is a dopamine addiction. And sir, to counter the social media addiction, I think, sir, should be various other means.
It is dopamine addiction, isn't it?
Yes, sir, the pleasure addiction.
Okay.
So, sir, for this, there should be a gradual reduction of the addiction, which can occur by digital minimization. And, sir, productive use of our time in the physical activities as well as in the productive activities like good jobs, good skilling opportunities, which India and society can provide, so that we are deviated from the paths of social media addiction.
Okay. You must have heard